G'day there everyone, Daniel Anderson here. Welcome back to another training episode, and I know this one is going to bring you some value today. We're going to be taking a look at conditional formulas in Microsoft List columns to be able to show or hide certain columns based on the values of a different column in the forms. Now this has been look, it's been something and a feature that people have wanted for such a long time, and it used to have, some type of custom form development or something like that. Now, what you can actually do in Microsoft Lists now is edit the forms themselves in the browser, write some formulas, and show or hide different columns. So think about columns that are really for office use only, or things like that. Then we can write a little formula and show or hide those to the users so that they can't see them, can't edit them, or can't add content to them based on values in another column. So let's just dive in and have a look. And I'm going to also provide a conditional formula cheat sheet as a follow-up to this as well, so that you can have that available to you if you need to write or would like to have a go at other types of columns as well. So let's jump in. I'm in Microsoft Lists. I'm going to go through a couple of simple examples here that will give you an idea of how we go about doing it. So you can see I'm in an issue tracker list. Pretty simple, based on an out-of-the-box template that Microsoft provide when you create a list. So let's double click on a list item and open it up. So we can see here that I've got all the forms here, or all the fields here that are listed when I open it up. So let's say that we want to not show a particular column if the priority is set to critical. All right, so what we can do is in the top right-hand corner here, we can edit the columns. All right, so when I go to edit columns, when I hover over these columns here, you can see I've got three little dots, and I can select and I can edit the conditional formula for that particular column. Okay, so let's say as an example, if the priority is critical, let's not show images. All right, just as an example, could be another column or anything like that. Actually, let's go issue logged by. So if it's set to critical, we want to show that. If it's not set to critical, then we just want to hide it. All right, so let me just grab the formula that I've already written here, and we'll have a look at what we're going to do. So I'm going to edit the conditional formula, and I'm going to paste in a formula like so. Now let's change this. So the column that we're looking at here is called priority. So if the column called priority is equal to critical, so let's go pop in critical here. We want to show that, we want to show this column. We want to show who the issue was logged by. If it's not set to critical, we don't want to show it. All right, so let's save that. Now you can see that that column turns to gray. Okay, let's save this. Let's close this. Now, this one here is set to critical. So we'll open this up. So we should see the column that says that who it was logged by. So you can see here, issue logged by Alex. So let's close this down. Let's open this one up. And if we scroll down, what we'll see here is that issue logged by column doesn't display. All right. So that's an easy option there to be able to show and hide based on a particular column value in a column. Let's jump over here to another example. So on this example here, let's double click this item. Let's open up the columns. Let's edit the columns here, and let's have a look at current owner. So edit the conditional formula here. If the status is set to reserved, again, we go true or false, and we show or hide this particular column of current owner based on the status column. Okay, so that's two examples there based on a choice column. So let's now have a look at different types of columns, because there's obviously number columns, there's date columns, and we can do some other formulas around those as well. Okay, let's take a look at a number column now and how we can apply a formula to a number column. So let's open up this travel requests list here. I'm going to double click on this item and let's go in here and edit the column. So you can see here that I've got a conditional formula base applied to this estimated hotel cost. So let's click the three little dots and let's edit the conditional formula here. So what we're doing here is if the estimated airfare is less than or equal to 1,000, we are going to show this column. If it's not equal to or less than 1,000, then we won't show it. Okay, so we'll save that. We'll close this. We'll close this. We'll double click it again. We'll open it up because the estimated airfare is 1,000, so we are showing it. Now, if I change this to 1,001 and we hit save, or we just hit enter, you'll see this dynamically actually removes that estimated hotel cost. So you can see down here, estimated hotel cost. Let me hit enter and it's disappeared. All right, so that's changed that out of view. Now let's have a look at what happens on a new form. All right, so let me close this down. We can see that's 1,001. Let's hit the new button here as if we're filling out the new item. So you can see that they both actually appear. Now, as I'm filling this form out, we might go to, let's say 500. So we're going down the form, we're filling it out, still showing, 1,000, still showing. Now, if we go to 1,001 and we just tab to the next field, you'll see that that value column disappears. So if we change it to 1,000, you'll see that the estimated hotel cost column actually appears there because we've matched a true, the formula is true. So it shows that column, all right? So there's lots of different ways, and there's formulas on different columns that you can apply. So as I said at the start, I'll provide a cheat sheet. I'll email that out to everybody here as well, just as a follow-up here. Now, there are some columns that are not supported. All right, so while we've gone through a couple there, person and group with multiple selections isn't supported. Choice with multiple selections isn't supported. Time calculations in date and time columns aren't supported. Currency columns, location columns, calculated columns, and managed metadata columns aren't supported either. I'm sure that's going to come in the future, but you can see here there's some pretty cool things that you can do to show and hide columns in the out-of-the-box list item forms based on those conditional formulas. So I hope that brings you some value today. Thanks for watching this episode and this training session, and look out for that cheat sheet that is coming. I'll email that out as a follow-up. I'll also have that on the website modernworkcollective.io. We'll be able to download that from there too. So again, thanks for watching. See you next time.